Hello, we are in El Cajon with, say your names.
Muhammed.
And Muhammad.
So we're just going to ask a couple questions about their time here. They're both born and raised in El Cajon, so they have a great perspective on the area. So the first question I'd like to ask is two of the biggest challenges you guys have faced living here.
Two of the biggest challenges we face living here. For the most part, it's been incredible. It's as if like I almost feel like we live in a resort. But the challenges, it's not much. I would say probably meeting new people, because in here in San Diego, everybody's somewhat to themselves, or they like their peace of being themselves. But having to meet new people, if you're not really active like that, that'll be a challenge. Maybe you can give another challenge for yourself.
Also, I'd say one of the challenges growing up here is commonly known as a low-income community. So kind of growing up here is a little bit tough. But it's kind of what makes you proud from where you come from. And I think San Diego is one of the best cities in the world. And I mean, there's nowhere else I'd rather grow up in.
So with that, you said it's the best place you've ever grown up. So what are the two benefits and great things?
The weather, of course, can't lie about that. It's almost sunny every time, and then when it rains, you kind of look forward for the rain because it doesn't really come. And then those 2 or 3 days, we don't know how to act in San Diego when the rain is here. And then for the most part, I would say the weather. I mean, San Diego, something you can really appreciate about is the weather. Definitely.
Yeah, the weather is great. San Diego is known as America's finest city, and you got the beaches and everything. It's a very diverse community here. You see people from all walks of the world, every background, and I feel like growing up in a place like this, you can kind of see, kind of get a little bit of background of where everybody comes from, and I feel like that's what makes San Diego a great place.
So specifically at El Cajon, you guys are near San Diego State University.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's added to the culture of El Cajon or taken away from the culture? How do you think being near a college town has affected living here?
Wow.
I think having a university like San Diego State here, I feel like it brings people, they come from abroad, so that's adding to the diversity of the of the city and the community. So it's also a great way to kind of navigate and kind of get to know more people and see people and meet new people. And I think having a university like San Diego State is a plus and not a minus to the city.
Nice. No, I think he's just got accepted as TSU also.
Oh,
So,
congratulations.
you gotta see the culture on that. Looking closer.
So you guys are familiar with the business here, somewhat, maybe.
Specifically this business or
spec-
San Diego?
This
Oh,
business
okay,
specifically.
okay.
So do you think your customer base comes from the locals here or from the college?
Well, I know it's a family owned on his side, but I know the idea from the outside experience. What they're trying to do is to have for sure, it's definitely a Somali cuisine, Somali culture food, but they were trying to bring the food to the outside. They were trying to let people know, hey, there is Somali taste out here, right? Yes, for the most part, it is surviving off the Somali community because we are limited on having Somali restaurants. If not, we don't have much, probably 3 at most. But we know definitely the whole objective is, from what I know, is to let people know what Somali food tastes like.
Yeah, although it's a Somali restaurant, we like to welcome people from every background to come try our food. So it is a Somali restaurant, but everyone's welcome here, and that's kind of the what we want to show to people on the outside, that it's not just predominantly only meant for our people, but it's meant for everybody. Everybody is welcome here.
That's great. Any other questions we want to ask?